That's it. Now,
No
please
way.
write
No
down
way. No
what you
way.
did.
Okay. Hi, I'm Maureen Turner Nelson, MTN Matchmaking, with my brother Brian.
Finally. Oh, God. Every
Can't
week,
believe-
it's the same thing. But is it different? I don't understand. Please write down what you just did.
I can't even remember what I did. What did I do? What did I do to make it work magically?
Lucky Charms. Magically delicious.
Oh my God. That was the scariest cereal ever. From the box, it looked like the best. And then you bite into marshmallows. Gross.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Hello, Leah. How are you?
Hi, Leah. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in.
And thanks for your patience where we're trying to get this done. We're already 20 minutes late, so sorry about that.
I'm sure everybody knows too that I am racing back from the radio show that I do the taping for K-Joy on Sunday mornings. We tape it on Fridays. So, it depends upon what time they say. Today they said, okay, it's at 1:30. Maureen, you cannot be late. So I called Brian at 1:45, still on the road. I was mortified. But so then, of course, that delays me with this. So sorry about that. But we have so many fun things to discuss. And as usually, we have great questions. And let me just throw out there now, if people know any singles that are veterans, if you could please share this Friday Facebook Live, because I am hosting at MTN Matchmaking a free luncheon to support all the wonderful veterans that we have that are single. So you're all welcome to come to my office this Thursday, Veterans Day, at 12 o'clock, where I will be having lunch for you all. So you could either be a veteran or you could be someone single that would like to meet a veteran.
But what? So that's everybody.
If they want to meet a veteran, yes.
Yeah. But what about if there's a veteran that's married or involved with somebody?
Single veteran, I said.
Yeah, but I think you should have it for all veterans, and if they come and they're married, then they can offer some advice on long-term marriages.
I don't have 50 million people in my office.
Yeah.
So
we can't even get 6 people on Facebook Live, and you expect 50 million people to show up at your office.
Well, one of them's going to be our brother Kevin, who will proudly be standing next to me as a Marine. And so it'll give people the chance to meet veterans.
What are you going to serve? What are you going to make?
Well, I'm not going to make anything, but I will order in.
That's why I asked.
Probably pizza. Keep it simple, because the whole idea is to, celebrate veterans and people that would like to meet veterans. It's going to be at 12 o'clock, and you have to RSVP.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
How are you?
You have to RSVP veterans.
All right.
So how are they going to RSVP?
That'll be up. All right, that'll be up on the website. So let's get
not
down and dirty, and let's talk about.
It will be up on the Facebook post.
On the Facebook.
And our social media. Hey, Ed. How you doing, Ed? Hey, Matt. Ed, I don't know if you heard, Thursday at my office, single veterans and people that would like to meet veterans. I'm hosting a little luncheon for them to come to celebrate veterans on Veterans Day. Ed, if you'd like to stop by. Okay. So questions, whatever you want. Dorothy.
Hello, cousin Dorothy.
We have the best cousin, Dorothy. Best of the best. We love you. Maybe when my back does get better, which I've tried acupuncture twice, by the way, and I really like it.
Hey, Dorothy, you should look into go on a little vacation and maybe taking your 2 grandchildren to see NASA here in Houston. And if you do, we could I can show you around. But that is something you can look into if you ever like, where can I take my 2 grandsons? And you can say to NASA. Because that's always fun. Kids will always love that.
Really? Because did we like going with Jerry and Jimmy to where did they take us? To a different NASA? Remember?
Yeah, they took us to it's Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian. We were bored stiff. We hated it.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
I really don't recall.
Do you remember there was a big, everyone crammed into a room to watch a big video, and Jerry packed us lunch, and so all what people heard was us eating our lunch as they were watching the video.
Yeah, I do remember that. We took a bus to Washington back and forth in one day.
I think that's why I don't want to smoke pot, because
I don't
on
remember
the bus,
that either. No, I don't remember that. No.
Everyone on that bus smoked pot. And for some reason, it was a worse smell for a young girl. What was I, 6, 8?
No.
8, maybe?
I don't remember.
I was about 8.
Look into it, Dorothy, because the NASA Space Center is very close to our house. And wouldn't that be great? You come down, we hang out, I show you around, and that will be fun.
You'll love it. I miss Texas already.
Let's see.
And I'm going to get my back better so I could be a snowbird. Once I'm getting an epidural in my back next week. And if anyone has any information on what that means to get an epidural for back pain, I want to know, because I'm hoping that with my faith healer, with my acupuncture, with my hypnosis videos that I watch every single night, hoping I can get better on my own without a surgery. Thank God you don't have that bell around. Okay, questions. People took the time to write in questions.
Yes, and last week, was it last week? We didn't even get to any questions. Well, we got to one or two.
We couldn't, because I couldn't speak. I forget
why.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I bought a cheap laptop. Cheap. So the camera just doesn't work on it.
Dorothy says she had a few epidurals and they were great.
Oh, really? Okay, so what does it do, Dorothy? What are they going to inject in my back? How long does it last? And will it get my back all better? You're on. Yes,
and maybe. All right,
really? Or are you just making that up?
I just made that up. Let's just, I'm going to hit you with the question. What is your favorite comfort TV show?
Hit me with your right shot. I'm sorry, I had to be Pat Benatar for a second. Again.
Oh, actually, that was correct.
Oh, and I'm tone deaf. I'm sorry. What?
Do you know that you can take singing lessons? And
I would love to.
You should look into that.
Find singing lessons in Nassau County.
Because I've seen on YouTube people who cannot sing at all, and they show before and after, like a year after of singing lessons, and you have to do it every day. And they're able to hold a note.
But I'm tone deaf.
But some of those people that start
with tone deaf.
You're dying. Oh, you're mismatching diagnosis. All right.
Everyone made chorus but me. And the woman said, I'm sorry, you're tone deaf.
Well, you can learn.
I'd love to find out who that music teacher was. And I'd love to learn how to sing. And I'd go over to her house and I would just belt out the songs on her front lawn right now.
Yeah, and she would be like, "Get this crazy woman off my lawn. Get this."
All right,
Yeah,
questions.
Well, Dorothy says it's some kind of steroids, but it's a godsend, and my back was so bad I could hardly walk. Yeah, I kind of remember you telling me that you had a bad back, but now it's okay.
I'm allergic to steroids, so can they do something instead of steroids for real?
Well, why don't you wait till you talk to a doctor?
Because my doctor's doing it. He knows I'm allergic to steroids.
All right. Well, speaking of doctors, I went to the dentist yesterday, and I got my gold tooth.
Oh, God.
I had to get a crown, and the doctor says, "Oh, I'm going to give you a gold tooth." I said, "All right, matey." Be like a pirate.
Mom always said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
I hate that
I
expression.
Cannot.
That is a terrible expression.
And I will not.
Should somebody be stifled? You should not be stifled. If you want to say it, then say it.
Because it is way too hurtful.
It's
the
not
things that are going on in my mind right now about you having a gold tooth.
Go ahead,
I cannot say out loud.
There is
mean. No.
There is nothing in this whole world that you could ever say that would ever impact me
trash
in a negative way. You do not have that power over me. So there's nothing you can say. Yeah, all right, good.
I said it. Didn't you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I gotta go. Bye.
Okay.
No. No, there's never give anybody power over you that they hold the power over you, that if they say something you'll feel bad.
No, I don't agree. If there is ever something that a person cannot change and you know it's hurtful, don't ever say it to that person, because that person will never forget that if it's something that they can't change. And so don't ever hurt someone's feelings.
I can't change my
yes, you can.
500.
I pluck it out. The first time I see you and you're sleeping, I'm gonna pluck that thing right out.
You had to see how long it took him to
get you a white porcelain.
How long it took him to get the temporary one out. Oh my God, he practically put his foot up on my leg.
I am going to get you $20,000 of beautiful laminates. Look.
They're too bright. I wouldn't want teeth that bright. They're too bright.
They're the whitest shade that it comes in.
Yeah, that the Lord will allow. Anyway, I'm getting another.
Why wouldn't you go for the best? If you're going to do something, why not do the best?
That is the best. A gold tooth is the best. And I'm getting another one over here. Over here and over here. And it feels great. Anyway, anywho. Number one.
Okay.
Question number one. What is your favorite comfort TV show? And what is one show you can always go back to? Oh, I got a great one.
Okay, go ahead.
My favorite show is The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow. They had they had 2 seasons of it. Season 1 was in 2005, I think. Could that be right? 2005. And they had it only lasted 1 season, and it was HBO or Showtime or one of them, and they canceled it. It was really ahead of its time, and then it received so much fan notoriety. They came out with like 11 years later with a season 2, and that is I can watch that over and over. They're like 10 episodes in each season. I can watch them over and over and over again and laugh so much. I enjoy that. The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow. She did it right after Friends. So she did
She
it after
really came
Friends.
back.
She did. Friends ended in
What?
2003 or 4. So yeah, it was like 2004 or 5 that was. So that is my answer.
Okay. Leah, you're writing Blue Bloods now. So that's obviously my favorite. That and my comfort is Law and Order. When I work all night with my different shifts, Brian will tell you, Law and Order is always playing because it just makes me happy. I love cop movies. Our brother Kevin is a retired police lieutenant. He is amazing. He's coming over today with my food shopping that he did for me because he's retired and so wonderful. He'll also be coming to, oh, maybe this is him. Oh, it's 4:00. This is him. Okay, so now everyone be quiet. I'm going to just pretend I'm sitting here working. Have my head down. He's not going to know. But he and Brian always act like they're mad at me when they first talk to me. And they know I'm on, like that face. Yeah. So, like Brian called last night when I was on my shift with Denise. And everybody loves Brian now. Well, everyone loves Brian. So when he was calling, I said, now just remember that they sound like they hate me. They'll do anything in the world for me, but they literally sound like they hate me.
First of all, that
So
conversation
don't be
was not with Denise. Denise was yesterday.
Denise was working right here.
Yeah, I talked to
You
yesterday.
called between 6 to 9 p.m. Yeah.
But you didn't
That's what I'm talking
say
about.
that with Denise. You said it the day before that with Randy. Well, if you're going to tell a story, tell it correctly.
Okay, so okay. Well, no, first of all, you still were nasty with Denise.
I'm
So
nasty
yes,
right now.
It was on my
No, I
early
was not.
shift.
I was not nasty with Denise. I was not nasty with Denise. Denise brings out the best in me. She is one of those women that you talk to, and it just makes you smile. She's got a lot of love in her.
Oh, yes. Do you know though? She just told me last night on her way out. Okay, so I'm gonna have a panic attack. That
oh, by the way,
knee surgery.
Oh God.
Oh, by the way, I need knee surgery. I'm gonna be out for weeks.
Yeah,
weeks.
All right. Well, here's a phone. Here's a phone and a laptop.
Here's the laptop, like I did the day after back surgery. You got it.
Okay, so we answered that. Oh, Leah's saying about have you watched the UK version? UK version of what?
Blue Bloods?
Because there's no UK version of The Comeback.
Is it Blue Bloods in England? I think I watched Blue Bloods in England. Is that an English accent I'm using? Or am I doing my Irish accent?
Neither.
What is it? Am I doing the brogue?
No,
am I
neither.
Doing the brogue? Or is this English?
Oh, God. And people wonder why I have the mad face on when you talk. So is Kevin here?
No,
there's not. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know there was a UK version of Law and Order.
Oh yeah, I don't know that either. But I know Stabler is in the Mafia one. So, and I'll leave it at that because Brian hates when I go further.
Yes. All right, number 2.
I think Kevin came to the window and realized he probably heard that we're doing Facebook Live because he's supposed to be here at 4:00. And he probably thinks, because normally Facebook Live would be over. I have a ton of matches to get out. Oh my God, Matt, if you're still watching, Denise is like, we love Matt. We love you, Matt. I hope Cindy's watching.
These are very good questions. People take the time to write these questions. We should at least get to them. Number 2, if you're making your dinner date, dinner, what would it be? What is one meal you're really good at making? Well, anything always that comes to my mind is anything that my mother has taught me to do. I remember as a teenager when all the boys were out playing basketball and street hockey and
And
baseball
I was playing softball, so I
in the
wasn't there either.
in the big field that we had across the street from our house. I'd be sitting in the in the kitchen, watching my mother cook, and I would be asking her questions and saying, "Oh, why do you do this? Why do you do this?" Um, and
Cindy's on! Yay!
so
We love you,
yes,
Cindy.
I would say anything my mother has taught me to cook, like a meat pie or meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm a meat and potatoes
Right.
kind of person.
Or a stew.
But yeah, stew in the crock pot.
So my mother never taught me how to cook. So
Not that she never taught you. You had no interest in it. She would have taught you if you had an interest in it.
Well, I was too busy playing volleyball and softball.
Well, I didn't want to play. Actually, volleyball, that wasn't even an option. Okay.
But years later, after I played intercollegiate volleyball in college, when I came home, Brian played in adult league, different levels, and we were in like the crappy level, the lowest level.
No.
And Brian asked me to play.
Yeah, it was me.
Go ahead, contradict me again on the tiniest little thing. Go ahead.
Whatever it was, we were like
see how impactful it was.
We were in first place in the league that we were playing, and it was like too easy. It was like way too easy to do it. So we decided to go to the advanced level, and there was such a big difference. We didn't win one game. They were all like top-notch professional volleyball players. So
and
that's
what drove you crazy after each game? What the other teams would say to me?
Why are you on that team? Well, you're so good. Why are you playing with those people?
Brian, were you really mad at me?
No,
because you would
I spent my whole life mad at you.
But why? Just because I was better at volleyball than you? I played in college. Of course I was going to be better. Why would that have ever gotten you mad?
How long did you play in college for?
2 years in Farmingdale.
That's right. When you went to Florida, you went and you realized that wasn't for you, and then you called, and we came to pick you up in Florida, and then we went to Disney World. That was the best trip ever.
That was the best.
We were so happy
because I did the first 3 days of I got a scholarship to a different school in Florida. When I went there, it was all hits. It was like, there's no way I'm doing this. So then it was too late to get me that scholarship. So I ended up going to University of South Florida. And the first 3 days, it was like being in the Marine Corps, for real. I mean, the training of it was just crazy. And then they were talking about, okay, so this weekend we're going to Kansas. I'm like,
oh, wow.
What? Because
how would they get you there?
Plane. This was because I was in the top one. I forget what you call it. When I was at SUNY Farmingdale, that was level 3. This college was, I forget what it was. It was 1. But the point was, every weekend we would be traveling. So here I was, the first time away from home and my mother. Sorry, Mom. And I would have to be away playing volleyball when all my friends would be going out drinking to parties.
Yeah,
so
but it was only
I called up Mom
a week before its regular school started. Like it was very
so I had to go in before everyone else.
Yeah,
and I
by
called,
a week.
Oh, Division 1. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. So I called up Mom. Hey, Kim. Yep, Kim played softball with me across the street. Oh my God, great memories. I love it. And yes, Leah, you and Kevin were our coach. Love that. So I called up my mother, and all what I said was, every weekend, Mom, I'm going to
Yeah.
be going away traveling with the
Yeah.
volleyball team. She goes, no, you're not doing it. And I was so happy.
So we came to
Actually,
pick.
she said something really smart. She said, when you graduate college, what are you going to do with volleyball? I'm like, what? And she goes, do you want to be in the Olympics? I'm like, no. She goes, so what's really the point? And she was right. So it was the best decision because then I ended up playing co-ed volleyball intramural at a high level, kind of like what we played
Yeah.
with your friends. And that was the best.
I tell you, I couldn't do that now. My body could not do that now.
Oh, God.
Ugh. All right, so let's go on to the questions.
Kim, how are you feeling? Kim fell off a horse and
Oh.
she broke her knee. Are you getting surgery? I know. I hope you're okay, Kim.
Okay, ready for number 3?
Okay.
How many dates
Yes.
would you say you've been on in your life? I love when they ask questions that are aimed for both of us. And Kim says she's getting better. She had surgery.
Oh, good. Wow, you had that surgery fast. That was smart. Good. I went on I had 100 boyfriends, but again, I didn't do anything with it.
100.
100 boyfriends. Yes, I
All
kept
right,
them in a list.
Rolodex.
And when I got married, he was 101, which is kind of cool. So, and then when I got divorced, I did what I always promote women do, that you go out and you have so much fun for a few years. So in that 3 years of fun, I had 36 boyfriends, 30 boyfriends in the 3 years after my divorce. Go ahead. What about you?
Dates or I had many.
Well,
Many.
I took it as how many people I've gone out with. But again, that doesn't mean sex or anything. I just went out with them,
That's the difference between
So,
you and me, I guess. I would say thousands. So number 4.
Yeah.
That's the difference between gay men and straight women. What was the joke I just heard?
I guess you're not afraid of mom haunting you in heaven, like she said to me. When she goes to heaven, she'll know anytime I had premarital sex, and she would haunt me.
Well, she also told you. No, I don't even want to go.
This is not my therapy session.
She also
Mom
said
was the best. We had the best parents in the world.
All right. Let's just say she told us a lot of things that were not so beneficial for a healthy outlook in life.
Like telling me life is easy?
No.
Like that, you mean?
No.
Like what?
I don't know. But she did what she, thought was the best way to keep the kids in trouble. I mean, out of trouble. All right, number 4.
But it's the Irish Guild. Come on up, Bailey.
Have you ever kept someone you were dating a secret? Yes.
Yeah, I have to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You first.
Yes, I would say yes, only because of my gayness that I would keep somebody a secret. But once I was out and about, then no, I would never keep them a secret.
Do you remember the time at Peter's house in Smithtown? Before you came out, you had a guy you were going out with that somehow showed up at Peter's.
Yeah, because he lived around the corner. Yeah, I kind of blocked that out.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know what the reason was. And then Peter went outside. And I had suspected, but you didn't tell me yet. And so I remember Peter went outside instead the guy could come in, and all of us were just silent because it was obvious the guy was gay, and Brian did not tell any of us yet. So, and again, it was a different time back then.
Right, different time back in the 90s. That was in the early 90s. What's a popular movie you absolutely hated? Star Wars. I hate science fiction movies.
Yeah. Or anything Halloween-y. I didn't like.
Oh, I liked Halloween movies. Are dinner and a movie dates still a thing? Or is that a thing of the past? Well, that's a good question.
Well,
when I was a teenager.
Not for a first date.
What's that?
Not for a first date. Movies
Right.
are not good, obviously, for a first
Right.
date, because, you can't get to know each other.
But when I was a teenager,
nice
we would go to the movies all the time as a teenager. Like 3 or 4 times a week we would go.
Right.
I
haven't been to a movie since before COVID.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to take Matt to the movies?
Actually, we're going to the movies tomorrow. Don't ask me what we're seeing because he set it up. Some coworker of his gave him tickets to some kind of dinner. You know those new things they have, dinner theater or something. They serve dinner in the thing. That's what it is.
I thought of that idea when I was like 16, say. I always thought that would be such a great idea, but I was a kid, so I didn't know how to put my ideas, into motion. Too bad. But now, since I don't drink anymore, then there's really no point. I mean, yes, you could eat, but.
Number 6, do you have a date horror story? Are most dates duds compared to the good ones? Do I have any dating horror stories? I'm sure I do, but it's so long ago that I don't even think about that anymore, so it's not off the top of my head. Dating horror stories.
I do.
Yeah, I do remember going out with somebody like three times maybe, and he goes at the end, something like, "All right, I guess I'll see you next week." I said, "Really? Do you really want to?" And so I think that was it. Not that that's a horror story, but it was just like I realized I didn't.
My God, we were so
go out
shielded, so shielded as kids. Okay, so I have a horror story. During my 3 crazy years after the divorce, there was one guy that I really thought there would be potential for. And so we were up in my room. I guess clearly the kids were not home, obviously. And I went to the bed. No, this is funny. I went to. Come on, listen to it. Come on.
You just tell your little story and let me know when you're done.
All right. So I went to the bathroom, and when I came back into my bedroom, he was looking in my underwear drawer. And I go, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he goes, I was just looking for a T-shirt of yours so I could wear it. So I'm like, out, done, over.
All right, you done?
Okay, I'm done.
All right, good.
Yeah.
But
now, don't you want to know what it was?
No, I think I remember you telling me that story already, because when you said that, I could tell from your hand.
Brian and I, what we would do is, or after a party, once we got home. Now, usually after a party, you probably go right to bed. Brian and I would be on the phone for like a half hour.
Can you believe what that person said?
It's our family too. We love them. But it was so funny. Or how about when so-and-so said this and blah, blah, blah. Or when mom said this. Okay, good.
Number 7, why is dating in 2021 harder than decades before? Or is it harder? I think it's harder because of all the things that are asked upon us. I think there are a lot more things that are our responsibilities have increased dramatically, and to fit dating somebody into your life takes a lot of coordination
and compromise. And nowadays, in the olden days, people really did have more, say, integrity when it came to when you love someone and trying to stay married and working through a marriage. Now, because the divorce rate's so high, there's so many people divorced, so there's many more opportunities. And then there's the internet where people can play, and there's a lot of married people on the internet, men and women, that have the opportunity to go and cheat. And unfortunately, it happens. So there's just so many extra variables that people do not have the moral compass that they used to have. And it's a shame. If we can go back to old-fashioned dating, which is what I like to promote, and realize no one's going to be perfect. Find 5 great things about that person. That's it. Don't go for more than 5, because if you do, you're being too unrealistic. So
okay.
I just want to stress that. No one's going to be perfect.
All right.
Be realistic. Look for 5 things.
All right. Do you listen to any podcasts?
Why is everyone asking me to get into podcasts now? I can't even tell you how many.
Yes, I used to. Well, I don't listen to them anymore only because I don't really drive. I used to have to drive like 40 minutes 3 times a week, so I would listen to. And my favorite always is a female comedian. That is my favorite. I love to listen to female comedians. And one in particular is
Like
Judy,
me?
a comedian. I said.
Yeah,
Judy Gold is one of my favorites. She really could just sit there and read me the alphabet, and I would laugh because I think she's very funny. And then I also like Melissa Rivers. Not many people like her, but I like her. I think she's funny.
Can I just say something newsworthy? Okay. The whole Alec Baldwin thing with killing someone with a prop gun, I just want to say I'm very proud, I guess, whatever. I think it's great that people in the media and show business are showing him the respect of not blasting him and making fun of him like they could. I mean, because
it's a terrible situation. They're not going to make fun of him.
Terrible. Of course. However, I believe he is the type of actor that if someone else did this that he didn't like, he would have not cared what a horrible situation. And I think he would have still made fun of the person.
I don't think so.
Just been awful.
No, nobody's going to make fun of the person. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
But you don't think he would have capitalized on an enemy of his if it happened to that person he didn't like?
No, because you're also disrespecting the person. No, you're disrespecting the person who was killed. Of course.
Thank you, Cindy. So I'm just saying, no one should ever do it. No one. But out of all the actors that I think would do it, would be him, ironically. And it happened to him. And you know how they always say karma? All what I'm going to say is he's done some mean things to people, you know, some mean things. And now this is a horrific thing that he'll probably never get over. I mean, obviously it's a horrible thing, but, you know, just he should have always been nicer. And maybe this will bring out a new personality of him that he'll realize, you know, maybe I shouldn't make fun of people to the extent that I did before. Good. My
Yeah.
little 2 cents of something that I've been dying to mention to you, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, but I really don't think that
Terrible.
I don't think that anyone, including him, would have something humorous or what they perceive to be knocking that
I
person
think it
down for
would.
doing it. No, I don't think so.
I just could picture him doing it. That's so weird.
Okay, another question. Are engagements supposed to be 1 to 3 years? Is it a bad thing if they're longer? It all depends on the situation. If you want to have a month
Okay.
engagement, then great, go do it. I think when you know it, you know it. What time is it?
It depends.
It's 4:30. We have to wrap this up.
Oh, yeah, we gotta go. Okay, so last question. So when it comes to engagements, you remember you have to be compatible and have chemistry. So if you know you have that, but you just have to make sure you've known that person for at least 6 months.
All right.
Okay, so if that's the case, then it doesn't matter, you know, how long or how short. It doesn't matter other people's opinion. It's what you two people feel. So I know with me, using my system, if I met, when I meet, manifesting. Don't forget, ladies and guys, you gotta manifest finding love now that you're ready and picture it happening. And if you're not doing that every day, it's not going to happen. Anyway,
Okay.
So I would, if I knew we're compatible and we have chemistry, done.
Okay.
What's the point of wasting time? Okay, so if you know a veteran, please share this video because on Veterans Day, Thursday, I am going to give a little luncheon to all the single veterans that come to my office in Melville for a nice lunch at 12
that'll
o'clock.
be on you. That'll be on your website. They can check all that on your website.
It's not on the website, so stop saying that. I can't have my website changed to that many things. There's so many different things that I do.
That'll be on your Facebook.
It'll be on the social media.
Yeah, that'll be
on social media. But I'm just saying, anyone that's watching, if you would like to also meet a veteran, then you can come as well too. And it's free. And it'll just be a nice way on Thursday, Veterans Day, to give our thanks. Just like our dad was a veteran. My dad, my hero, who was the greatest, strongest, most honorable man in the world that who could ever fill dad's shoes, right?
Right.
But my father just, all those things that I was saying before about if we can go back to being romantic. How about the love letters dad used to write to mom when he was away in the war?
Yeah.
So guys, if you're going out with someone, write the lady a love letter and mail it to her. Oh, did you get my thank you card for having me?
Yes, we already discussed
for my birthday? Good. Okay.
I said you didn't have to do that.
Blah blah blah. I like doing that.
Yes. So,
Thank you all for watching.
yes,
Hope you have the best weekend ever.
Thanks for hanging out. And
Oh God, you have to blow your nose.
no, I don't. Surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
But
Hope you have a great weekend. We will see you again on next week's Friday
I am
Facebook Live.
going to Chicago, and when I come back for next week's Friday Facebook Live, I will have some interesting little Chicago stories. My first time there, and we got a list of all the things that we should go check out. So go have a great weekend and have a great week. And
hold on. Okay, if anyone's a client, can you just keep in mind Brian is going to be on vacation this week, which means my 9 p.m. to midnight shift I will be doing by myself. And it's harder to do it without having Brian there.
yes, because there's no one to talk to, and you don't like silence. You have to fill every moment with chatter.
That's why I love what I do,
Right,
because there's so many interesting facets that you have to talk about. It's unbelievable what happens. Love
all right. Me and my gold tooth say goodbye for the week, and we will be, both of us, me and my gold tooth, will be back on Friday with some little Chicago stories. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much.
I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, bye.